What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, yo, haha, we're coming back to the Warning, yes indeed, Warning Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now, here we go. This is a request from Mad Dog Jones. Mad Dog wants to watch me react to this song from the Warning called Queen of the Murder Scene. Okay, a little dark there, it's all good. Now, to the best of my knowledge, I have not heard this song before, but as always, if I start to listen to the song and I go, oh yeah, I know that song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by The Warning, and this video has 184,722 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Queen of the Murder Scene, The Warning. Oh, this is live too. Live at Lenario. Cool. Awesome. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
You don't really wanna be like me. I'm past attention of the infinite. You don't really wanna understand what it's like to have blood on your hands. You don't deserve the throne, the crown is mine. And I really don't want to be inside. You don't really wanna lose some fear. Dare to try and this above my dear.
Pause before we go. I think we're going into a chorus here. Okay. Oh god, I love watching these girls. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Some great stuff happening. Okay. So the song, the second the song started, okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, but when this song started, it did anybody else get shades of Judas Priest's You Got Another Thing Coming? That F sharp, that jun 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 jun. Did anybody else get that feel? All right, we're at 108. Watch. Watch. See if anybody else catches it. Just that dun 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 dun, that chunky F sharp. Come on, tell me you didn't feel that. You felt it. I know you felt it. I felt it. Come on, if I could feel it. Come on now. All right, right about there. We're going to actually back it up 10 seconds. Okay, so the song has got a great groove. It really does. I'm digging that groove. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it now. I can't take my eyes off Ale. I can't. I'm sorry. Every time she moves, it's instinct. Your eyes are drawn to motion, and she's moving around a lot. I love it. You know, I call her Little Jean with all the respect in the world because as a live performer, I have a ton of respect for Gene Simmons, and I'm putting her up on that same pedestal. I really am, because she does a lot of what he does, which is a lot of stuff I do on stage too. the high knee walking around, lurking, interacting with the crowd. You know, it's very, very reminiscent of Gene Simmons in his theatrics, and I dig it. I absolutely dig it. I love, I hope I get her name right, Danny's, her facial expressions when she's singing. Powell's back there on the drums, and I loved at the end and going into this pre-chorus where it kind of came down a little bit. They traded off the vocal work. So Danny stepped away from the mic, Powell took over just to help build up this chorus. I have a feeling when they kick into the chorus, it's going to change back. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. We shall see.
Destroy ya. Open your eyes, 'cause you can't even see the fact that I just can't be controlled
Nice.
by anything but let's see you try. I see no emotion, a perfect scene for the murder queen. Can always tell us a mortal, but it just doesn't apply to me.
Oh! And back in that shot. Okay.
Give me something more I'm living for. My words all will make everything good. It's not something I like to conceal. I have no mercy and I never will.
God, I love her facial expressions. She conveys so much emotion through her facial expressions. I mean, yeah, she's doing it through her voice too. Don't get me wrong, she's doing it through her voice too. But her facial expressions just like quadruple the amount of emotion that she's putting out with her vocals. It's just fantastic. Fantastic work. I like the fact they're doubling up on the voices and the octaves. You got Danny up here singing the higher note, and you got Powell back there singing the lower note, but it fills out the song. When you're playing with a three-piece, it's hard. It's really hard to fill out your sound as a three-piece without using other instruments or without using backing tracks. They're not using either one. So they're filling it out with their voices. Very smart, very intelligent. You got to give these kids props for that. You really do. Let's keep going here.
My words all will make everything good. It's not something I like to conceal. I have no mercy and I never will.
Nice. Nice innocent.
Let's see you try. I see no emotion. A perfect scene for the murder queen. You can always kill what's immortal, but it just doesn't apply to me.
Pause. Okay, I'm so glad she ends the solo there. Okay. Wow. The ending to that solo, I think, was the most impressive part when she got up and she got those bends. Oh, that's good stuff. I love it when they got... Oh, okay, let me rephrase that. I don't love it when everybody bends. There are some people who bend and it's just like, it's either overdone or it's not done very cleanly. It's not done at the right place or whatever. Bends are tricky. Bends are a lot trickier than people give it credit for. Everybody's like, well, anybody can bend a string. Yeah, you're right. Anybody can bend a string, but knowing how much to bend, knowing where to bend on the note, more importantly, knowing where to bend in the solo or within the song. You gotta put it at the right place, because when you bend in the wrong places, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Not in this case, boy. She put the bends in all the right places of that solo towards the end. Very smart. Very, very smart. Prior to this, they had a great unison line. And I think you heard me say great unison line, while I was watching. I didn't want to say too much about it at the time, but I got to speak on it. Guitar player and bass playing that unison line together sounds good. It sounds... Here's the only downfall is when you do go into that unison line, you got to be careful, because when the guitar player and the bass player are playing the exact same thing, where's the chord? Where's the fullness? Where's the filler? It did kind of hollow out a little bit because they did go into the unison line. What they were smart about is they didn't do it for too long. They did it for the amount necessary, and as soon as they were done doing it, it was over, and Ale went right back into doing the bass part, filling out the bottom, while Danny was able to get into the rest of the song from the guitar chordal standpoint. So, smart. Like I said, not overdone. So that's how they got away with it. I am not criticizing this at all. I love the fact that they did the unison line, and what really impressed me and what I'm really happy was they didn't overstay their welcome. They did it, and then they got out of it. So, very smart, very intelligent. Let's back up about 10 seconds. Let's get out of this solo and into the chorus, I believe. And
if you wanna destroy me, cause you can be instant the fact that I just can't be controlled by anything but the sea to dry. I'm on a sea, no in both sides. A perfect sea full of mercy. You can't shut the
I can't take my eyes off. I'm sorry. Look, when you have action from the bass player, watch her. Really watch her. She got the high kick, not eye buck above her head, but the knee high, extended out, stretched kick out like Gene Simmons does. I mean, god dang it. I love watching her. I really do. She is so much fun to watch.
Here
it comes. Here we go. Boom.
It just doesn't apply to me. It just doesn't apply to me.
Crowd's into it. Hey, listen, when you get the crowd into your show, you're doing a good job. And that was more than a good job. That was a great job right there. Well, there you go, folks. That was The Warning with Queen of the Murder Scene. That was a request from Mad Dog Jones. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this an 8.8. Yep, 8.8. I feel great with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
This was a great performance. Great performance. The showmanship from them is always top notch. Top notch. No pyro, no cryo, no smoke, no lasers, and even the lights were pretty basic. The light stuff they were doing was pretty basic stuff. Now, is that the band's responsibility? No, that's the venue. The venue has their lights, and the girls have to use what they're given. So there you go. I don't think the club has very good lights. But that's not the girl's fault. That's the club's fault. So, let's see. Let's talk about the song. The song was great, man. The fact that it's in that F sharp, man, I love that. That was a nice switch up. Like I said, I made the comparison to Judas Priest. You got another thing coming with that intro riff. I felt it. I don't know if anybody else felt it, but I know I did. Good Lord. Let's start with the drumming. Let's start with Pow. Great drumming. Solid drumming as always from her. Knowing, not just staying in time. Look, she did stay in time. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm really loving about Pow in this song in particular, every drummer should know how to do fills, right? Every drummer knows how to do, fills on the toms and stuff like that. It's one thing to know how to fill. It's a whole nother thing to know when to fill. And it's a whole nother ball game to know when to fill within the context of a three-piece band. Pow has got that on lock, man. She really does. She knows exactly how to feel, but more importantly, when to feel within a three-piece band. She really has a clear understanding of this. She never overplays it, but she knows when to fill things out with fills. They call it fills for a reason, right? But she does a great job of it, knowing when and how to do it. So great job to her. Ale is my girl, man. She really is when it comes to bass playing, man. I love watching her. I really do. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a great bass player. Okay, she is. She is a great, super solid bass player. I love the tone she's getting out of that Spectre. I also love it in conjunction with that Ampeg. Couldn't help it, she was playing through an Ampeg SVT head, which I have too. I love that SVT, man. If you're a bass player and you've never played through an Ampeg SVT CL Classic head through, now make sure you're playing through the Ampeg cabinets too. She was using the 610 there. Make sure you give that a try, whether it's through a 6x10 or a 4x10 or even a 1x15 classic cabinet. You have not lived as a bassist until you have played through one of these. I'm telling you, they are a fantastic amp. I love my Ampeg, and I could hear a great tone coming out of Ale's bass coming through that Ampeg. Might be the best tone I think I've ever heard her play through. Quite possibly. I could be wrong. I know they use orange amps. I don't know if she does. I don't know if Ale does, but I know Danny uses orange, and it sounds great. I don't know if Ale uses orange basses on her, or uses orange bass cabinets and bass heads as an endorsement, or if they're endorsed by them for her, or if she uses them in studio. I don't know. All I know is that from what I've seen from their live stuff, this might be the best live sound I've heard her get, between that Spectre bass and between the classic cab, the Ampeg classic cab. Nice tone, great playing, but more importantly for her showmanship is so good, man. I cannot take my eyes off her. Every time they show her, she is moving. She is constantly in motion. And like I said before, animal instinct, our eyes are drawn to motion. It's purely animal instinct. We have no say in this. It just happens. So she's moving, boom, there go my eyes. Oh, there she is. It just happens. Danny, let's talk about Danny's guitar playing. Very tasteful guitar playing, great tone out of that orange cabinet. I know I said this earlier, I love her facial expressions. I know she's able to convey a lot of emotion through her voice. I get it, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But the fact that she's able to utilize her facial expressions to emulate and just reinforce the emotion that she's conveying with her voice just multiplies that emotion by a factor of 4, at least, if not more. I love it. Great guitar playing, great feels in her guitar. That solo, I cannot talk enough about that solo and how well she executed those bends at the end. I mean, the rest of her, don't get me wrong, the rest of her solo was great too. But I cannot talk enough about the bends because so many guitar players have no clear understanding of how to bend, and more importantly, where and when to bend. I mean, anybody can take their finger, put it on a string, and bend it. That's not hard, but knowing where to do it, how to do it, that's so much more important than just being able to bend. So, yeah, great performance. Did this blow my mind? No, because I've seen the Warning a couple times now performing live, and after you see them a couple times, you start to have a certain level of expectation. Now, I will say this. Did they meet that level of expectation? Yeah, they did. They actually slightly exceeded it. Not quite enough to blow my mind, but exceeded nonetheless. So, that's why they're getting the 8.8, which is a great score for a great performance. A really great performance. So, 8.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base to become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It will do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.